I know. I know. I know I'm late. It's been way too long. I was supposed to do this like 2 hours ago. I usually try to do it like 2 hours ago. But you know, sometimes I get a bug to clean. And you know, like, okay, let me explain. For some reason, my happy place, like when I'm just in the zone and that's my happy place, is when I am very, very hungry. Like to the point where your stomach is like hurting, right? And you're beyond just being hungry, like grumbly stomach, you're just all the way to this is life. This is how you live now. That level of hungry and not eating, but cleaning. That is my happy place. When I need to calm down, I just imagine I'm there. And that's what I did tonight. Because if you didn't know, over here on the just to the left, just to my left, there was a nightstand kind of thing, and it had just junk, random chargers, all kinds of stuff. Just junk. I didn't need, like, old mice that were broken. It was just full of it. I threw it all out. It had like old keys to a bike lock. I probably have it somewhere, but I'll just throw away the bike lock and buy another one when I find it. That's what I realized a lot of the junk that I was just having was just stuff that I don't need. Tracer's not asleep. Tracer is in the living room. And I'm not even done yet. So, okay, I cleaned out that thing. I'm going to brag for a little bit. I cleaned out that thing there that you can't see. The bookshelf that's behind the car chair there, that was full of trash, full of junk. Cleaned it all up. The whole thing. And then the top of my closet, too. Full junk. Now it's not. Actually, I just thought of some more boxes that I want to throw away. I need to go do it. I need to. You can see here. It's things like this. These are graphics card boxes for graphics cards I don't actually own. I don't own these graphics cards. Is there even a graphics card in here? Maybe. Tracer's very excited about it. You like graphics cards? There sure is a graphics card in here. The heck kind of graphics card is this? Oh, this is my 270X. So this is pretty much garbage. It's overclocked though. What's a 270X worth these days? If I were to be like, hey, have a 270X, what could it run? Yeah, I'm just gonna throw it out. I'm just gonna get rid of it. Do a giveaway on it, then I have to ship it, and that's too much work. But that's the kind of things that I've been doing all night. It's been fantastic. Okay. We've got a form check. This is memory. I have 2 form checks. I like the style, the split screen. Wait, is this righty and lefty? Or is this mirrored video? What the heck? Is this righty and lefty? There's 0% chance it's worth $300. Okay, first thing is you're taking a pretty big X step here. And then your plant foot is turned towards the target. That's just opening your hips, meaning your lower body isn't really powering the shot. Even more so over here with your righty throw. Into the power pocket here, your shoulders are turning too far forwards and your elbow is down. And that means it's not leveraging properly. Ideally, you'd kind of keep your elbow out in front of you. And see here, you're just turned around all the way backwards. And see, yeah, with your elbow down, you're throwing like this, rather than keeping your elbow up and snapping it like that. That's where you're going to see a lot more power. I see the lefty shot as being better than the righty. Maybe not. Nah, yeah, lefty shot's probably better. Righty shot, you need to pull it into your chest more. Keep your elbow up. I do like your front foot, but your back foot's not in the right spot. Tracer is making an obscene amount of noise with the bag. Give me this. She's been playing with everything. Everything all night. It's been fantastic. All right, we have another form check here. We have two more, actually. This is McCorby. Filmed from the correct direction. I appreciate it. Filming from the other side. Looks like a better X step, but your foot's still turned backwards. It's a smaller X step. I don't remember the last one. But your foot's still turned backwards. You got to turn it. You got to keep it sideways. And then your plant foot. I like that it's starting turned away from the target. And then your hip, your heel shifts down. That's good. Elbow is a little bit low, I think. Yeah, ideally your elbow would be a little bit higher. Oh, that's right. This is a lefty. I didn't even realize anymore. And I do like that your head doesn't look forward. That's good. I would work on your left foot, getting your elbow a little bit higher. That's going to help a lot. Or your right foot, technically. Your back foot. You want to try and keep that over your toes more. Try throwing without letting your back heel touch the ground. That will force you to push off that back leg. $60 to $80 for a 270X pre-owned. How about very pre-owned? How about, let me tell you the story of that graphics card. That graphics card was in my computer when I lived in my parents' house, in the room that the cat went to pee in when she didn't feel like peeing in the litter box. That graphics card is disgusting. I'm going to throw it out. Nice, Mitch. That's good. That's really good, Mitch. Nice. I'm sure you all love that that picture. But I'm telling you, that graphics card is not worth $60 to $80. Maybe the metal in it is. If there's like gold in it or something. Gold! All right. New to the game. Awesome. Welcome. 320 is actually pretty good for only about 3 months in. 320 is not bad. One thing I will say is if you submit another video, try filming from the side. For you, because you're a righty, it'd be the left side of the T-pad, just so I can see the disc come in front of you better. Okay. Taking a little bit of a big X step. Usually you don't need to take an X step that big. Your X step can be more like a shuffle step. That's usually okay. I will say it kind of looks like you need to turn your hips back more here. Your front foot should be turned a little bit more away from the target. I like the power pocket though. Yeah, it looks like from here you're turning rather than pushing the disc out. So the disc goes into the power pocket, pardon me, really well. But then from behind, your release point should actually kind of be out here. Nobody reads the pinned message, Bryce. Nobody reads it. So this is a good power pocket, and then from there, the disc should actually go out to the left because that's a lot faster, and that's just the better. That's just a more efficient way to leverage your arm. So if you go from here into the power pocket, then out to the left, that will end up getting you a lot more power. What's a good way to control height better? On that shot, it still went too high. So there's kind of two contexts to this. The first is to get the nose down, right? If your elbow is low and you're releasing low, you're kind of air skipping the disc. And then that's going to control the height. It's going to be really unpredictable. But the fix to that, I usually say, is to reach back low and release high, which does fix that, but it also throws it high. So the solution to that is to reach back a little bit less low and release a little bit less high, and that will fly flat. But if your release is already too low, then raise it. So it's probably reach back, if anything. A higher reach back will help you keep it lower. How far can I throw? All of it. It's right hand backhand and left hand backhand. Wow, dude. You're getting your money's worth for sure. I'll tell you what. Yeah, I mean, like, relative to where it was, it could probably be a little bit higher. But not too high. I don't know. I think the blue thing, this is a microphone, but you said not the mic. This is a squirt bottle for tracer. It goes pew. Is it worth it to learn how to throw left-handed backhand at a high level? Not really. Yeah, it looked like the disc was level with the ground, but that's just because your release was so low. No, are you Jacob G? Jacob G just submitted a form check. I guess this is what we're doing today. Oh, is this all flick? I don't know anything about forehands. I can't tell you my secrets. I own the forehands. They're mine. The best tip that I can give you, I like that you're leaning forward a little bit, but I would say the solution, the way to add power, as far as what your arm doing, that looks fine, is to get it out of your lower body. You want to stomp your front foot down more and make sure that you are leaning forward after you release. Noah, if you want me to check your form, drop it in the Discord channel. Upload it to YouTube, drop it in the Discord channel. Yeah, matching the grade to a certain extent. Exactly. A little bit higher reach back, throwing downhill. I don't really worry about release point. I mainly worry about reach back for controlling height. Oh, there's Joe. What's up, dude? What's happening? You know, it's way too late. I'm not going to stream for very long, but like, you know, we out here. There was a really good question a minute ago. And there was another really good question, and I want to talk about both of them. How's your form different between drives and upshots? Kate asked it. For an upshot, I just shorten my reach back. So rather than going from here, or rather than going from all the way back, I still go back straight, but just not as much, right? Just there. So, and that's kind of how I control my power. If I need a little bit more, then I'll go back a little bit more. And that's kind of how it goes. somebody also asked, what's the difference between a hyzer flip and a hyzer? It's the shape. And it's also the disc that you throw. So a hyzer, you throw on a hyzer release, and the disc curves left the whole time. It might like start to flip up to flat, but it mostly just stays on the hyzer angle. A hyzer flip is one that you start on hyzer, and it's a more understable disc, so it flips up to flat. Maybe even works right. The flip part is what means it's a hyzer flip. Lewis asked, how do you keep yourself from missing right when practicing putting? I think when people practice putting, they focus too much on like form. There's no form for putting. There's none. If anybody tries to tell you this is the correct way to putt, they are wrong, because nobody putts the same. If there was a correct way to putt, all of the pros would putt like that, and they would make everything, and they don't. So here's the thing. That doesn't mean all putting advice is bunk, because there are things that can make you more consistent. Right? Like taking your time, having a smooth and direct stroke, following through, springing with your fingers, those kinds of things, they're going to help. But there is not a correct form for putting like there is a correct form for other things in disc golf. So if you're missing right, you're probably thinking about what you're doing too much. Macbeth is pretty close. Yeah, but Eagle doesn't putt like Macbeth. James Conrad doesn't putt like Macbeth. And Eagle doesn't putt like James Conrad. If you watch anybody, literally anybody, putt a silhouette, you don't have to see their face, you don't have to see anything, you can probably watch a stick figure do it. Right? If you watch them putt, you know who that is. Don't you? Macbeth just practices while everyone sleeps. Exactly. I would advise you against thinking about it like, oh, I'm pulling my wrist, I'm springing too much with the third knuckle of my ring finger, and that's what's causing the disc to have a little bit too much power. Or maybe if I pulled it back an extra centimeter on my reach back or on my backswing, that would help. No, because it's too many things to remember. There's too much going on. The best way to putt is how you throw the disc. How you just naturally throw the disc to your friend or something like that. Pardon me, sorry. Just grind that. Practice that and then build around it. Build your backswing around it. Build your routine around it. Build your stance around it. And then don't think about it. All you should think about while you're putting is imagining your disc hitting the chains. That's all you should imagine, is your disc hitting the chains, and that's all that's in your head. You're not even thinking about missing. You're not thinking about what you had for dinner. You're not thinking about anything. You're just thinking about putting the disc in the chains. It doesn't matter how you throw it. Yeah, that's a good point. You do want to get your lower body into it too. Memory, the best practice straighten foot placement is not to turn your shoulders or anything. Just do your X step and look down. Just look down and do your X step the entire time. Bryce, I think we should give Dickerson the best imposter award for disguising his football so well. Okay, this occurred to me the other day. Right? I was watching, I just scroll through Facebook. I don't comment that much. I just scroll through. And somebody was like, this is obviously a foot fault, with like a screenshot. And they didn't understand the rule. They thought for some reason that your weight or whatever had to be behind your lie before you threw. And that made it so clear to me that I do not care at all about YouTube comment calling foot faults. Because they don't even know the rule. I could be foot faulting right now to someone. You don't know that. I could be. Maybe I'm foot faulting to somebody who just doesn't understand the rule, thinks that your big toe always has to be behind a disc, otherwise you get a penalty stroke. He's like, wow, these guys are foot faulting all over the course, man. I'm so much better than these guys. Ryan asked, talking about a slightly staggered stance. Is that true of flat hyzer and hyzer shots? It's mostly going to be the same, but Caribou's right. It's going to be, there is a little bit of a difference. Right? There's going to be a little bit of variance, but for the most part, it's not going to change that much. It's going to be offset more to the left for anhyzers, more to the right for hyzers, but that should be taken care of by kind of your weight shift and bending at the waist. Sorry, Carson, you asked that a minute ago. Yes, I do follow aim small, miss small. I aim for like a nickel-sized circle on the center of the pole. I always aim for the pole because the pole's always there. If you aim for a link of chain, sometimes it's a little bit off to the right or a little bit off to the left, depending on where you always expect it to be. So I look through the chains and aim at the pole. Foot faults aren't as bad as Weekend Warriors. You just dip the disc in the basket without dropping it in there. Yeah, I'm assuming he's talking about tournaments. He's talking about foot faults in general. Nobody's going to be the chump who calls foot faults in a casual round. Jeez. I hope there's like lots of shifty highs in the chat right now. Slapping the chains. Fair enough, yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I if you want a form check, you have to look at you have to drop it in Discord. That's the only place I look. What is Jacob's question? Okay. You put 20 feet in and it can be flat and straight, but 20 feet and out, it starts becoming a huge hyzer. Is that bad? It should be roughly like the same stroke, the same throw. But, okay, so what I do is 20 feet and in, or whatever your distance is and in, I look at that one little circle and I just try to blow it up with the disc as much as I can. Farther out, you know how like on Wii Golf, how when you're lining up your shot, how it shows you that like ribbon, that's the shot tracker, right? And it just shows you where your shot will go if you hit it right. That's what I imagine. And then all I have to do is just start my disc on that line. And that's the angle, and that's the power, and that's the height, and that just goes. I don't really have to change power that much. Inside the circle anyway. Just throw it a little higher. Jacob's second question. Dang it. What's the most important part of the disc golf game in lowering strokes? Putting? Okay. People always say drive for show, putt for dough. Okay, that's a thing, and that's very much a thing in golf. I think in disc golf, there's diminishing returns on practicing putting, more so than golf. Right? Like, if I made every putt inside the circle, but it was all for par, that's kind of meh. You know? But if I have 18 birdie looks because I practice driving, but I miss half of them, I'm still doing better than the other guy. That's obviously an extreme example, right? Like, I'm not saying, yeah, don't worry about practicing putting, because that's how I play and I suck. So, yeah, I don't mean that. I mean, driving is more important relative to putting in disc golf than ball golf. Putting is very important. There's like a threshold, right? I think it's about 80%, just for a frame of reference. If you practice until you're 80% inside the circle, that's passable. It's not good, but it's passable, right? And then you work on your driving. That's, I think, the most efficient way to improve, to lower your scores. Oh, yeah, for sure. Putting is way harder in golf. It's very different in golf, too. Like, yeah, you have to, putting is very much more important in golf than disc golf. But in disc golf, putting's easier. Just in general. And then Ryan asked a great question. Some people have a little hop when X-stepping, and so usually what the hop, and he said he's having trouble not turning around. The thing about the hop as you X-step, when it's done properly, it is known as a Brinster hop, which for some people it lets them get a little bit more of their weight into it, a little bit more downward force, and for some people it helps them. There are like 4 people who do that. There's Steve Brinster, who it's named after. There's Miles Seaborn, Eric Oakley, and Devin Owens. I bet you there's fewer than 50 worldwide. Everyone else who jumps is doing it wrong. Everyone else is doing it wrong. I would say literally 99% of the people that I see jumping while they're X-stepping are doing it wrong. Most of the time, if you jump while you X-step, what that does is just tilts you backwards. Because it usually means you're running into your shot, you're moving way too fast, and you just need to jump, because if you actually took a proper X-step, you'd fall on your face. Right? So that's why most people jump. Now, if you're struggling with X-stepping, I would encourage you, don't do anything with your upper body. Just literally look down and watch your feet X-step. Just watch yourself do that over and over again until you can do it right. Sean says, putting sucks, can't find a putter you like. I mean, it's all about comfort, I think. I think it's whatever feels comfortable in your hand, as long as it's heavy. I try not to harp too much on throwing the right weight, but for your inside the circle putter, at the very least, that should be heavy. I thought at one point, I used to putt with judges. I putt with like 175, 176 judges. I think that's max weight, whatever max weight is. And I was like, that's fine. This is great. And then I needed to get some more, and all they had were 172s. And I thought, okay, 4 grams. That's not that big of a deal. We'll make a big difference. As soon as the wind whistled, like just light whisper, they were toast. They were garbage. So, make sure at the very least your inside the circle putter is max weight. I mean, I work for a company who sells 172 putters as well. So that's probably not good to say, but you heard it here first. What's up, Tyler? Disc golf comedy. This is a secret stream, yes. That's why I tagged everyone in Discord. And you guys are terrible at keeping a secret. This is more viewers than I get when I actually play video games. So we're just talking disc golf, I guess. Carson asked, you talked about pushing the disc out more earlier in the stream. Yeah, I talked about that while doing a form check. No, you don't feel a hard extension because of the follow-through. Right? Because you go from here and you push the disc out and then your arm keeps going. So it's not like you push the disc out and it just goes, it doesn't just stop. because you follow through, that's where it happens. That's why you don't feel your elbow like snapping open. You can't putt with the zone in 30 to 33 feet. That's because it doesn't have a lot of glide. Most like putters that are designed to be putting putters have pretty good glide. And that means you can throw them the same at 20 feet as you can at 33 feet. Or you can throw them the same at 33 feet as you can at 20 feet, just a little bit higher. And they'll fly the same. That's what I think anyway. Roncon is different. Haley putts with CT Challies. So she calls them crazy tough challengers. Hey, thanks, Tyler. Appreciate it, man. Practicing Rocket League every night for weeks. It's going down at some point, and it will be legendary. I'm very bad still. Yeah, Haley has, as far as I know, she's always putted with crazy tough challengers. Have I ever met the disc golf kid or seen his channel? Terry Miller calls AJ Risley the disc golf kid. No, disc golf boy. I don't think I've met the disc golf kid, no. I am very much still bad at Rocket League and disc golf, if we're being honest. I realized today, I was like, man, I'm just not precise with what I want to do. Like it's probably because I just haven't been playing as much. But like, it used to be that when I imagined an angle and a power and a height and a disc and everything, I would get like 90% of those right. And now I get like 50% of them right. So I'll get the power and the direction right, but the height wrong and the angle wrong or something like that. I'm just kind of sloppy. And I don't know what I need to do. I guess I just probably need to practice or something. That'd be crazy. But I'm sure not going to start now. It's November. I'm ready to suck for like 6 months. Luke Callahan? Why is there a G there? Callaghan? I think it's Callahan. But there's a G there that shouldn't be. Why isn't Will Schustrick an elite player anymore? I think it's a combination of working a lot more at Prodigy and injuries. He's had a lot of injuries lately. Not lately, but like he's had a lot of injuries. Nice, Dust. You got to chat with Eric. Sick. Joe flexing. You got to FaceTime with Eric. Well, I play Minecraft with Tina. So there. Come to Arizona. The weather's perfect. Arizona's lit, dude. Arizona was crazy. Like, I say crazy. It was pretty tame overall. I just played disc golf. But like, it was like 80 degrees and sunny and like super nice. Like I was getting sunburned. And we drive out of the parking lot of our Airbnb or the driveway. And by the time we pull into Emporia, it's 25 and freezing rain. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Joe's on the Minecraft server. Should you ever use a 360 driving around? Not usually. Like, probably not. Probably not. Like, you get so little and you sacrifice so much. You gain, like, not that much distance, and you lose pretty much all accuracy. Wisconsin will go from 60 to negative 60s in a matter of days. The problem with Wisconsin is sometimes the air hurts your actual face. Like you walk outside and the air hurts your face. Jacob said, I feel like people idolize Eagle, Ricky, Macbeth, who are incredible putters and don't realize they have insanely good driving and upshots games. I mean, yeah, they're kind of good at everything. That's what it takes to be good at that level. For real. They're just good, man. They're just better. No, he's in, I know he's in Oakley's Discord. You get used to it, honestly. There's better life out there, you know that? Yeah. I mean, I've only played Fountain Hills and Vista in Arizona, so I don't know much about it. But yeah, they weren't very technical, just Birdie Fest. I know what Caribou's messaging about. What was I even talking about? What's the DD card? I don't know. Let me get you an invite link. Dynamic Discord. Invite people. Are we friends on Discord? Nope. Wow. Imagine. Are you Jope? Thanks, Caribou. Have I met the champ Ken Climo? Okay. This is a story. This was the first GBO and my brother that me and my brother ever went to. It was oh geez, I want to say like 2015. It was a long time ago. And I had to practice Municipal, the golf course. This was back when it was just one course. And we ended up on the tee right behind Ken Climo and Dave Feldberg. They were together, like they were about to go practice. And I don't know. I think I had them sign my disc. Maybe not. Shook their hand. They both took off because they were way better, you know. And then halfway through the round, I think I found one of Feldberg's discs, maybe, but somehow Nate and Valerie Doss were involved too, and they were across the fairway, and then Feldberg and Climo were up here, me and my brother were back here, and we all had to go exchange discs, and we almost crashed because we were all like careening across this big fairway at full speeds because their golf carts, obviously they only have one speed, it's full speed. And so yeah, that's the story of how I almost killed Climo. Technically. Thanks, Jacob. Way to go, dude. Way to put the work in. In the weather, in the winter, it gets so constantly cold that when it randomly jumps 10 to 20 degrees, you're in shorts. Yeah, it got up to like 65, 70 here today, and it was like, man, this is hot. How do we survive with 100 degrees, man? That's crazy. The mountains have some sweet courses. We've been getting quite a few more, but it's mostly desert or housing developments to slide in a course. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Is that all the disc golf questions we have for now? Because I gotta buy all the skins that I want in Overwatch. I say buy. I might actually buy some more. It was when I was ready for freezing, and I was in jeans and a hoodie. 60s, yeah, kind of warm. Compared to this morning, it was not 60. Okay, Tyler has a disc golf question. I'm all ears, or all eyes in this case. It was 85 today. Shut up, Sean. Californians don't get to vote. I am in the disc golf date group. That's such a crazy idea. It's like you post something and everybody has to say something good about it. Is that the way it works? It's something like that for sure. I thought that was so funny. All right, I need to buy some loot boxes. You can't stop me, Mom. I'm gonna buy 11. That's such a good idea. The OG post has to be positive too. Makes sense. Is that my password? Uh-oh. I don't remember my password. Enter my Blizzard password. I don't know what it is. Oh, I just changed it. I'm so bad at captchas, I think I might be a robot. Oh my gosh, we did it. We played a full round with John Porter, 2826. Asked about Climo. I said he played with them. At the end of the Climo career, he said Climo played with an ankle bracelet. Basically said Climo may have been a criminal. There have been allegations about a lot of the early touring disc golfers and hard drugs. I'm not saying anybody in particular, but I'm just saying if you hang out with a few of them, you can see why there would be allegations. If you've hung out with enough people from back then, you're like, yeah, I can see it. Freaking all blues and whites? Golly. I'm not even getting coins. This is dumb. There's coins. Sick. Who said cocaine? I didn't say cocaine. I didn't say anything about cocaine. You said cocaine. There's a gold. Give me Sigma. Oh, it's the wrong Sigma skin. I don't want this one. Why would it not give me the Halloween Sigma skin? Oh, that's such a bait. That's such a bait. I'm just dead. Hey, good night, Tyler. Good to see you, man. Take care. Mark, I didn't say anything about cocaine. Another gold? It's money. I need more loot boxes. You can't stop me. I got so many grays and blues at the beginning of that, and then just 2 golds at the very end. Bah. Ah. Jeez. I don't want to choose. There are 5 skins that I want. Ooh. Hey, that's actually a pretty good Mercy skin, though. That's actually a pretty good Mercy skin. The opinions contained herein are my personal opinions and in no way reflect the opinions or view of Danny Lindahl, Dynamic Disc, or other person. I was on Answer Man today. It'll go out tomorrow. That was fun. Freaking the hot take. Robert and Bobby just shouted at each other, and they took up all the good opinions. Right? Like, generally with a hot take, I very rarely share my actual opinion. Most of the time, I kind of see what everybody's talking about, and then I pose the most interesting counterpoint to someone's argument, right? Like, I try to do that number. I'm bad at it, but it's what I'm trying to do. And so Bobby and Robert took all the good arguments and just shouted them at each other. And so then I had to come up with something, and people are going to think I'm dumb now. I mean, they're right, but still, I don't like it. What happened to Josh Anton in 2020? He got canceled. And then, I don't know, he just hasn't been playing as much. Sigma. Frick, that is actually one of the skins I wanted, though. That is actually definitely one of the skins that I wanted. Okay. One day. All right, now the question is this Sigma skin worth 3,000 of my hard-earned credits? The answer is, of course, yes. Naturally. And you should be ashamed if you took longer than a second to think about that. Now, I have 2,000, and I want to get Zen Cultist, I don't know that Josh has been touring as much this year. Has he? Warlock Ash, or Van Helsing McCree. I'm going to be honest, I'm not really feeling the Ash. Plus, McCree comes with a gun and a crossbow. So I think I'm going to go with Zen and McCree. Because you have to get Cultist Zen, naturally. That looks so sick. It doesn't subscribe doesn't surprise me. I think Josh is from over that way. That is a lot of gold on Bob for sure. I did it. I got the Halloween skins. No, I'm not playing. I just wanted to buy the loot boxes. Memory. No, I'm way too tired to play. Just gonna talk disc golf, buy some loot boxes, and go to bed. Actually, I'm hooked enough on cleaning. I might build the shoe rack that I bought and put all my shoes on it and then throw out all the others. I think I'm actually going to do that. Which means I need to end the stream because I'm not letting y'all see my nasty shoes. I want to frame that, by the way. It says Tyler Brickley and friends subscribed. He's famous. You know him. He does disc golf comedy. He's funny. I just want to freeze it there. What a stream, Papega. You just got here, Mark. Shut up. You should have been here earlier. This is when the real content was. Me and Dave Dunapace got into it. You should have seen it, man. Build it on stream? No. Remember when I built that on stream? I built the rack thing behind me. I built that on stream. It went poorly. I built it backwards twice. Not forwards, backwards, and then forwards. Backwards twice. Somehow. I don't know. All right, well, I think that's it for tonight, guys. Pretty short stream, sorry. Probably not going to stream tomorrow night either. But Thursday night is when I'm actually going to do the giveaway that I talked about in Discord today. So you're going to want to be here. You're going to want to lightly lick the bell. Or just join the Discord and then you'll get the notification. But yeah. I'll see y'all on Thursday. Do you know how many years it takes you to throw 400? Progression is different for everybody. Some people pick up a disc and they can throw it 500 feet like in a week. And then some people have really good form and they can't break 300. That's the way it is. Marking it on my calendar, circling it, putting some glue and then a flick of glitter on it. I'm just going to give away discs out of my bin. You know, boring discs. I'll catch y'all around. Thanks for hanging out. Have a great night.